Let's see if they can do it. The game is starting now. Mangled Metal 2 semi-finals. The second bracket we have Auto-Aim Animals versus X-Rated. 1-0 to X-Rated.
Yeah, let's see what they're going to do from this direction. It was a very good tactic, actually. They killed all of their enemies over there, but the enemy did push through the right side of the map. They had no one sitting in G7, as I was talking about the 50-meter rule, and none of them were able to spot the enemy before they were in the base already.
Here we go. Let's see if the same tactic happens again. We had all the action at the start, and this time you guys can see it. Hooray! Over in the middle, we have going the Bachathlons. They're going there again. So we're going to see now if the same sort of tactic goes on from the Auto-Aim Animals. Are they sending their Bachathlons into the middle as well?
Nope. I'm actually I'm actually very surprised about the tactic, because I think I'm just gonna be quiet for you. But as we can see, the Batchats are moving together in a pack right now. The 50Bs are following as before, but right now, okay, I'll tell you, they're all on the left side, all of them. It's a lemming train, if you could call it that, and you can. But in the base, they have 2 E50 Aus M's sitting in defensive, in bushes. I don't think this one is. Oh, maybe it is camoed enough, but the other one is also setting up in bushes up top, up north in B3. So they're just playing it super defensively and just making a massive push on the left side. So let's see what happens. It could happen again, the whole capping thing, because if they move all their forces on one left side and just have 2 tanks defending on the north, then who's gonna defend when the entire enemy team pushes into the base?
So, well, we have the same tactic going on here earlier. We were talking about the 50-meter rule. They're actually abusing that map, like always, on the F7, hiding the E50 Ostef M there to make sure that nothing goes down. And I'm going to switch over to Mobo and see what's going on down over here. We have a push coming through from the Auto-Aim Animals. Where is he? There he is. Okay. Oh, wow. Their entire forces there, as you said. You wouldn't tell me, but again, the IS-4s are on their own. What happened last time is going to happen again. Or at least they're going to try it. All the Auto-Aim Animals are here, blowing the hell out of SWAT, Mobo, and Akale this time. Much quicker than they did last time. The reinforcements aren't even going to arrive before they're all going to die. But guess what's going to happen? The Bachathlons are going to go straight into their base again. Let's see if they fall for the same tactic again. But the entire team this time, the entire team is here. Are they going to send their Bachathlons back to fight the enemies, X-Rated, to stop the cap? Do you think that's what their new tactic is, Highflyer?
Well, right now they just have an E50 and another E50 sitting in the base, and with their new improved rate of fire, they could just be able to just have one of them spotting and one of them just shooting, because that's what they're doing right now. But one of them is inside the base right now, as you can see. We can't see it right now because the E50 isn't pushing up, so the other E50, he moved out of the cap zone. And now we have 2 of the other Batchats back, and they're going to defend. They're actually moving almost all their forces back, apart from a few of them. Let's see if I can hit them down there. Let's see, IS-7. Yep, IS-7's defending against the pushing enemy forces. But again, it is 4 big tanks that's coming in here, so it's really going to be tough holding them back.
Oh, clear go. In the E50M just met the wrath of the Batchats. The autoloaders really ripped him apart. The other one's going to go down with Panzer Nuke just managing to take out Dampier, but he's gone down himself, with the autoloaders really showing their worth here. We are down 2 tanks against 4 though, so Auto-Aim Animals have the edge here in tank numbers, but do they have the position? The X-Rated team are spread out a lot more. Is that going to be an advantage or a disadvantage at this point? Time will tell.
Yeah, right now they have all of their firepower in one spot. Actually, the rogue team still only have 4 tanks out of position up north, while the rest of their forces are all the way down in G12 and F12. And right now they're capping the base once again. and let's see what's going to happen this time.
Yeah, as we pointed out, for the guys who aren't in the know, capping the base will put the pressure on. They have to come back, which often means they have to leave their cover and get out into the open. In the open means the artillery can shoot them, and plus all the tanks that are out there waiting and watching. Now, my thrill is seeing Hagra. They're trying to get into position. Bullet Falls managed to get a shot at him, and he goes down. They're surrounded up here, and both Batchats are going to go down. Can he put out some damage before he takes it? Pilatus has taken a hit. My thrill is actually still alive. He's taken another shot. He's down 169. Any shot from anything's going to take him out at this point. Will he? Oh, he gets rammed down the hill. The AMX-50B comes over the hill and rams him in the ass and takes him down. That was awesome play. But we have a further push down in the southwest where the final tanks from X-Rated are trying to hold their own. But only 2 tanks have gone down thus far for the auto-aim animals. The X-Rated team are in a huge disadvantage right now, but they're not out of it. They're not going to give it up. They're maybe 1 game ahead, but they're not going to go down without a fight. Down goes another E5. The IS-7 just took a hit also, but they managed to take him down to 1 health. Are you joking? Is that what? Well, he's down. Koto is down, the IS-7, and we have the final push here. Ooh, well, we're losing tanks left, right, and centre. Only losing 4 tanks here. That was much better played here. They knew the tactic, and they kind of let them feel they could do it again. Auto-aimed animals said, hey, we know what they're going to do. Let's make them feel they can do it again, and then we're going to hit them. And that's exactly what they just did, and it seems to have worked.
Yeah, it's exactly what they did. I actually don't see how they could have done anything differently, except for... what could they have done? Okay, any suggestions would be push their E50 in there and then hide the Batchat behind it, and then have two Batchats capping behind them. It would have been a long stretch to try and get that, but I don't really see any other options for the whole let's go and push the cap, because they didn't spot all of their the enemy team going through the left on the choo-choo train, and so pushing through the middle, it was very risky, and in the end it didn't really pay off as much as they would have hoped.
Indeed. Now, the trap, I think, coming with capping is that you can only cap with 3 of you guys at once. Any more than 3 won't add to the total. Only the 3 highest cap points totals in your guys in the circle counts towards the cap. So if you have 4 tanks in the cap circle, only 3 of them are going to be adding towards the cap points. The 4th one will still accumulate points, though. It will still gain points, but it will only be counted if one of the others gets shot. So when they were capping, the enemy knew this was going to happen. The auto-aim animals knew this was going to happen. So they sent back their Batchatidons, who they saved and didn't send through the middle, and just reset the caps. Even though they lost 2 of their Batchats one of their Batchats doing so. It wasn't Batchat, sorry. They did the E50, didn't they? They lost the E50 doing that. It was worth it because they reset the caps, and, well, you know the story from there onwards. So 1-1. That's really good. Really close game. Could have gone either way at many points. The auto-aim animals sticking to a pack. X-Rated spreading out with a different sort of tactic. And both very good tactics, both very solid. But this time the auto-aim animals kind of set a trap for X-Rated and they fell into it.
Yeah, they did. It was exactly what the rogue team would want. Because they did put all of their tanks on one side, and if the Batchats hadn't pushed through the middle, then what would they have done? I actually don't know.
I think that the main problem they're struggling with at the moment when X-Rated is not having their guns together. This reinforcement pack they have, I don't see the point in it. They have this pack of 4 tanks, the 2 IS-7s and the 2 E5s. They stay back. By the time they get there, the IS-4s are all dead. And that means they're 3 guns down, and the IS-4s do a lot less damage than they receive, obviously. So during that time, they use the Batchats to relocate, but they can't relocate when the enemies have Batchats still on the field. And it's really working against them. I think they have to think again about that tactic. It's not working out for them. Although it worked for the first game, it was because auto-aim animals were taken by surprise. It was a kind of like a low blow that if they were prepared for it, it wouldn't have happened. The 2 Batchats that ran to the middle obviously got taken out really early on, which made them lose. If they still had them, which they did in the second game, they'll win. So We'll see if they change their tactic this time, but I'm thinking they're going to stick to their guns and do their best. And if Auto Aim Animals do the same again, I'm thinking we're going to see a 2-1 victory here for Auto Aim Animals. But I wouldn't count X-Rated out. We're going to see what trick they have in their bag now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now they know that they like to push. Actually, through 2 matches, they know that they like to push with a huge force just to have that insane firepower focused on one spot. So sitting in one position with all the 3 IS-4s again, I think that would be a big mistake. They really need to put either more tanks or no tanks there at all. Just one spotting who can easily run away like a bad jet or something like that. But letting them sit there in the same position, just getting massacred, not a very good idea.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm just gonna call out into the crowd there. Hello, how you guys doing? Enjoying the stream? Sorry about the radio game. I thought I'd try a new technique for you guys. hope you enjoyed it. Any suggestions? Any feedback? Sure to shout out in the comments. I know you guys will. And hello to the Riveting TV fans. Shout out. Hey guys, see you soon. And also to pimp the other tournaments coming up again. You guys will see the Electronic Sports League World of Tanks Cup coming tomorrow. It won't be on this channel, but do a Google for it. You'll see it. We have also the Easy 8 tournament coming up on Wednesday. We're not sure the exact details of where it's been hosted just yet, but we'll let you know. On Monday, we have over at Twitch TV, Dorjan24, the Riveting TV Newbie Monday, where we have a mod discussion with Locastan, why you make mods, how they help you in the game, and why they're good for you and not necessarily break the game or even cheating in any way, shape, or form. On the Tuesday, we have company battles where we play with our fans. So if you guys want to play with your commentators today, feel free to sign up. The details are on our Twitch TV channel. Again, Twitch TV /Dorjan24. On the Thursday, we're going to be casting more pro games with people like Odin Mortis. So if you guys have a pro clan you want to be seen on our stream, then feel free to contact us at rivetingtv@gmail.com with your details of who you are and why you want to be streamed using Company Battles Tier 8. It's the best one where you only lose two tier points and you can still show us how badass you are. Am I missing anything, High Flyer?
No, you're not, because that is what we do.
Hooray!
That's the shows we do. They're awesome.
They're awesome. You should check as many as you can.
Yep, looking at the team composition again, they're going with the exact same tanks. All of them are going with the same tanks that they were in before, and that includes the 2 E50Ms, which were added after losing the first one. So let's see, what's changed on your team?
Absolutely nothing, but we're going into game 3 now. It's the last battle of the best of 3, as long as there's no draw. We have Mangled Metal semi-finals. We have X-Rated versus Auto Aim Animals. I'm your commentator, Dorjan.
And I'm Highflyer15.
And let's get this battle started.
In 5 seconds.
Yeah, come on, guys. I'm ready to go right now.
Vroom, vroom.
Fantastic. Right, we're going to see the tactics change. I really want to see what X-Rated are going to do. If they do the same tactic again, they're going to probably fall into the same trap they had last time, and we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. We've got to see the Batchas Leons going forward, but only 2 of them this time. Is the same sort of thing happening on your side?
Right now, we're seeing a massive push into the middle. All of their tanks, apart from 2 IS-7s, are pushing into the middle.
Oh, is that an artillery show? What the hell hit Haragra?
That was another artillery shot.
Dampier was smart this time. He reversed into cover, so he just lit them up and went back. He's not sacrificing himself. What an amazing awareness this player has. Dampier, that was fantastic movements, and his teammate throughout also managed to get out there. That was amazing. I cannot believe that they managed to get out both their Batchas Leons without taking a casualty. Yet one of the Batchas Leons from the Auto Aim Animals took a hit from the artillery. That was crazy.
That was insane. And the artillery just hit a lot of the enemy tanks gathered up in a group. That's the big danger by grouping up like that. They just took damage to the Batchat, the AMX 50B, and another Batchat. So one shot just took out a lot of health on this team. And I'd like to point out that, as you saw, the Batchat who just lit them up and just hid behind the buildings, because the map has changed this much with 8.0, you're able to do this. There's so many paths that you don't know about. So make a training room with a friend, just drive around in one of your fastest tanks and just see what you can do. Because if you can do it in a light tank, then you can highly likely do it in a bigger tank as well. Not going up hills and dying from dropping a few feet, but still, as we just saw with the Batchat, he reversed into the buildings and then just kept reversing and reversing, and there were a path between the buildings, and he found it, or knew about it, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Now, this is something I'm finding curious. You know what I said about their IS-4s being alone? They've decided to group them all together, but they spotted the entire auto-aim animal group in the middle, and they're still camping the west side. Now, is it because they are fearing that the auto-aim animals got spotted and have redirected their forces? Is that true?
I think that is true, because that's what they're doing.
Wow, these guys are reading them like a book. They are waiting for them. You can't see it on the stream just yet, but that's what they're doing. They have actually noticed or guessed that the auto-aim animals would not continue pushing because they were spotted and took so much damage in the middle, that they're going to come back and head back to the west. They are setting up a trap, and this time not just the IS-4s but the entire teams together. One flanking force on the far road, number 1 column, and on the hill D3 is where the IS-4s normally are, the IS-4s and the IS-7s. So well done. They have actually tuned their tactic to meet their enemy. This is the sort of high-level play we expect from these guys, and I cannot wait for the clash to happen.
Yeah, right now they're actually moving in a huge force at the same time. Just like last time with the train, they're moving a little bit slower, but they're still moving. And right now I think they've been spotted. How many did get spotted right now? How many can you see?
One.
The
E50M is probing ahead.
That's interesting. So they don't really know what they're going to happen.
They're being patient though. No one's moving. No one's been given an order to move. The only person moving on their team is a Bat-Chatillon, my thrill, who managed to avoid the middle death rack, has come back and is heading as far to the north as he can to come round. I'm not sure entirely his plan, but he's clearly looking for something.
Yeah. Let's see. They've actually split up some of their forces. Their medium tanks are staying back in fear of the same capping tactic as before, and they're just sitting there right now. We have Clio and Hiraga and Pantanuk. Pantanuk is moving away from the sniping position or waiting position, defensive position, and is now pushing on the F1.
Oh, here we go!
There we go. Let's jump to it.
Oh wow, all the opening firepower managed to not do much damage. Only someone went down to half health, and the retaliation also did very little damage. There was a lot of bouncing there. This heavy armor is angled perfectly, and Arcalade has taken 50% damage, and so is one of the others, IS-7s. I'm losing sight of who's who here.
Yeah.
Oh, the reinforcements has turned up, and the auto-aim animals are on the retreat now because they realize they're surrounded. But guess what? They've got their own flanking force, and they've surrounded the flanking force that surrounded them. This is insane. We've got Bulletful taking some serious damage, down to 468. We're thinking that their team is trying to take them down now. Oh dear. The X-Rated team is taking them down now. I forgot their name for a second there. And we're taking down the Invisible, I can't pronounce his name, is down 190 health. He's trying to get out of firepower. Again, guns are more important than anything else. We're starting to see tanks go down. They're whistling away the HP of these tanks, but not much damage has actually been received from these guys. They're actually doing so well with their positioning that they're not taking much damage. X-Rated is definitely getting the better end of the deal, and Auto-Aim are on the full reverse. They are withdrawing as best they can.
Yeah, right now we're just seeing shots being traded actually, because it's impossible to angle from that many tanks right now actually, because we saw Coyote earlier. He tried to angle from the left and right, but couldn't do it, and he just received over 1100 HP of damage.
Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Can you see what's happening? The flanking force has collapsed over for God damn it, how come I keep forgetting their names? X-Rated has actually collapsed, and so in we go, and their force is now surrounded and taking some heavy damage. Is there enough of them left to do with any damage though? Is there enough of the auto-aim animals to deal with this? They may have got the surround, but is it enough?
I don't think it is, because we're down to 4 tanks now, and they're all on the left side of the map. They have no chance of getting back. And even if they get the kills on the IS-4s, and yeah, it's impossible to get back in time, I think, because none of their tanks are fast enough. The E50M could go home and try and see if he could do something, but he is met by 2 bad chats, and they're highly likely fully loaded and ready to kill. So I don't think they have any chance right now.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to completely rule them off here, but it does seem less and less likely. Both their tanks are down to 50 HP here, and the GGs are getting called out. It seems like with the end of the semi-finals for you guys, the auto-aim animals were taken out by a superb second play. That was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to give a round of applause there. I can't believe how well they did there. Well, sorry, I can't believe how well they did there. The first round, they did their tactic. The second round, the auto-aim animals tricked them into doing the tactic. And the third round, the meta play was insane, where they tricked the auto-aim animals to think that they're doing the same tactic, but in the end they didn't do the same tactic. They responded incredibly fast, got the Bachatelions out of the middle, and that, I think, is the victory moment there, where they managed to get the Bachatelions out of the middle. If they had lost the Bachatelions immediately, much what happened to the auto-aim animals in the first battle, that could have gone completely